Hello, and welcome back for another sets of battles in Season 11 of Go Battle League. So last time around, we've duked it out a little bit in Great League Remix. Yeah, remix, not retro, remix. Where it didn't really matter that we weren't using the standard meta mons anyway, because we were testing out some Alolan teams that time around, and all in all, we were able to get some pretty decent results. Right now, we have just entered rank 6. We have secured 18 wins out of a full 25 battles, so not the greatest of starts for us, and a little bit on the slow side in terms of starts, but you know, hopefully as the weeks go by, we'll be able to pick up the pace a little bit more, but only time will tell, really. In the meantime, though, we are currently in the final day of Catch Cup Go Fest Edition, as well as Ultra League. Just good old-fashioned Ultra League. So with that, let's first capitalize on some of the mons that we were able to power up last minute for Catch Cup and go ahead and jump into some basic rewards just to get things going. Alright, so we got the lovely little Catch Cup icon. This time around, I have not gotten a chance to play test this, and I have a sneaking suspicion it's not going to do all too great, but you know, it could surprise me. We'll be starting out with I like to believe it's an underrated pick, but there could be a reason why it's a not very popular pick. And Torkoal up at the front with Fire Spin and the ever slow loading but incredibly powerful nuke in Overheat. We have Avalog in the middle with the ever potent Ice Fang as its fast move, and Avalanche as its charge move. Also fairly powerful, but with Ice Fang being a relatively slow charger, we'll see if we can get that fired off. And finally, we'll be closing out with Magneton in the back, rocking Spark and Discharge, I believe. So all of these mons rocking moves that pretty much match at least one of its typings. So you know, that's not a recipe for disaster. Ha ha ha. I have no coverage. No. You know, it could go great. It could go terrible. Really? Only one way to find out. Also, in the spirit of GoFest, decided to rock the GoFest logo shirt, as well as the bouquet of flowers received from the end of the special research. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the RRL shirt with me, but doesn't matter anyway. You can't really see it anyway. But anyway, first matchup is against Set Mat 1A. First matchup is against a Tropius, which is actually fairly solid for us, as far as I can tell. With that, though, they will switch out for the Alolan Mook, into which case I will switch out for the Avalog. I'll go ahead and see if I can tank out this first move. I'm guessing it's Acid Spray. It is indeed Acid Spray, so we're able to tank that out fairly well. Now with that, Snarl is hurting quite a bit, but we are able to do some pretty nifty damage with Ice Fang. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can tank out this next one. It is like Acid Spray once again, so they're definitely going for the defense debuff as much as they can throughout this match. Fair enough. But we are able to get ourselves to an Avalanche, and we are actually able to clear out the Alolan Muck, so we're able to secure that one. With that, though, we are now face-to-face with an Escavalier, a shiny Escavalier, if I'm looking at it correctly, which is pretty cool. Now, with that, I definitely am going to want to start using up my shields here, because it probably knows Drill Run. It does indeed know Drill Run. I definitely do not want to tank out a Drill Run. Thank you very much. And with that, fortunately, Fire Spin is able to clear out the Escavalier. And with that, the only thing remaining to deal with is the Tropius. And fortunately for us, well, we should be able to take out a shield with overheat here, or take out the Tropius here and pretty much call it a night. Fair enough, fair enough. Nonetheless, GG's all around. Alright, so we're off to a solid start. We got a good feel. We got a good first look at this team. Actually holding up fairly solid. I mean, Magneton hasn't gotten any time in the spotlight yet, but you know, the night is still young. We still have 4 matches left with this team, so could have its time to shine, possibly, maybe. But I guess we'll have to see as we go into match number 2 against CS Kai. I think that was 958. CS Kai 958. Pretty sure. But in any event, first matchup is going to be against a Altaria, in which case we'll go ahead and switch out for the Magneton. Actually give it some time to shine. Admittedly, Avalugg would be better super effective wise, but I have a sneaky suspicion that they have something prepared to defend against that later on. In the meantime, though, they have decided to switch out for a Bronzong. Fortunately, we are able to handle the confusion just fine, and we are able to dish out some pretty nifty neutral damage with our Spark and Discharge. With that, I am going to go ahead and use up at least one shield here. I want to keep my Magneton alive as long as I possibly can. You're going to hit us with the Slam, the Heavy Slam. Come on and Slam. Welcome to the Heavy Jam. Anyway. Sorry, I had Space Jam on the mind. Don't mind me. Alright, with that, we are able to clear out the Bronzong. And with that, we are now once again face to face with the Altaria. This time around, I am going to go ahead and let my Magneton kick the bucket. RIP, buddy, you have served well. And with that, we'll go ahead and bring in the ace in the hole, which is Avalugg. We bring in the Avalugg. Alright, and with that, they're going to bring in the Quagsire. I'm just going to go ahead and bring out my Torkoal anyway. And I'm going to see if it can tank out a move. I don't know if it can, but we'll try it. Okay, Sludge Bomb, so we're actually in pretty decent standing, not going to lie. With that, we'll go ahead and fire off and overheat their way. Either do some pretty nifty damage to the Quagsire or take out their shield. Okay, they have opted for the nifty damage. Fair enough, fair enough. With that, I may be saying goodbye to my Torkoal here, possibly. Yep, that is a for sure sign of death for my Torkoal. RIP, buddy, you have served well. With that, we are now just face to face with the Quagsire. I will go ahead and use up my last shield here, just to make sure, you know, Sludge Bomb doesn't do too much damage to my Avalugg. And with that, we are able to Ice Fang that Quagsire out of existence. And now all we have left to deal with is the Altaria. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to a second Avalanche before they get to their next charge move. But only time will tell. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And with that, fire one final Avalanche, clear out the Altaria, secure ourselves win number 2. GG's. GG's all around. Okay. Whew. So far, so good with this team. So far, so good. Feeling good. Feeling good. I mean, we're only two battles in. We still have 3 to go. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. But so far, it's looking pretty solid. Finding decent coverage all around. We were actually able to clear out a Mud Boy, so I'll take that. I mean, I was packing Sludge Bomb of all things, but either way, I'll take the victory over the Mud Boy. Alright, the time has come. Let's go into match number 3 against Fuseki 64-140. Alright, Fuseki, what do you got? first matchup is against an Alolan Grimer. That certainly is unexpected. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. And with that, they are doing some pretty nasty damage with Bite right from the get-go. We will go ahead and overheat and dip. And we are going to switch out for the Magneton. Ooh, I'm going to see if Magneton can tank out this move. Magneton's not exactly the bulkiest Pokemon, but might be okay. Just kidding. Magneton did not like having to deal with that. But at the very least, Magneton does have enough health to deal one discharge their way. So you can either... So it looks like we have cleared out both of their shields. So I will take that. With that, we'll go ahead and keep on the Fire Spin and Rampage against this Alolan Grimer. With that, they do have one final crunch up their sleeve, so we'll go ahead and shield that out. And I believe I have enough power left in my Fire Spins to, yep, clear out the Grimer. Okay. Got a little close for comfort there, not gonna lie. Got a little close for comfort, but we did manage to seal the deal, so I will take that. With that, they bring out the Dragouge. They got some decent damage on my, we got some decent damage in with Overheat. But with that, they do decide to save the last bits of their Dragouge and bring out a Drillbur. Fortunately, Avalugg is super effective against both, so with a shield under our belt, we should have, or we didn't have any problems whatsoever. So with that, I'll go ahead and yeah, that pretty much sealed the deal there. GG's all around. Shout out to the initial Alolan Grimer and for the attempt at the Drillbur. Definitely something I was not expecting. Bite definitely does hurt quite a lot. Definitely something I should not be underestimating moving forward. Man, powerful fast moves sometimes, you know. Gotta be careful for that. It's not always about spam and charge moves, you know. Sometimes a good old powerful fast move can get you by, aka Charm. Anyway, moving on to match number 4 against 868 Henry. I think that was also 868. And with that, first matchup is against a Flygon. This time around, I will go ahead and take the bait and chuck out the Avalugg, who is able to pretty much decimate that Flygon right out of existence. With that, though, they do switch out for the Fracture. With that, our Ice Fang is definitely serving us well here. We'll go ahead and fire an Avalanche, and we're able to at least clear out one of their shields. One thing that is worth noting is that Dragon Tail is packing quite a punch against our Avalugg. So I do believe we do still have the upper hand here, as Ice Fang is, yep, by just a hair, Ice Fang is able to clear out the Fracture. With that, the final Mon in their arsenal is a Tropius, into which case this Tropius will be taking out my Avalugg. RIP, buddy, you have served well. With that, I'll go ahead and use up my final Mon here with Magneton. With that, let's go ahead and fire a Discharge their way. I know for sure it's super effective. I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill. I'm sorry, it's actually regular. It's actually neutral damage, and also not enough to kill. With that, let's see if what Tropius has under its belt. It has Leaf Blade. Fortunately, our Steel typing is coming in very nifty for this. And with that, we're able to fire off one final discharge, and unless something weird happens, seal the deal. Alright, and there we go. Victory number 4, I believe. GG's all around. Alright, so with that, definitely in the positive with this one. 4 wins out of 5. Let's see if we can close it out with a full 5 out of 5. Let's go into our final match against Math Pets. Alright, Math Pets, what you got? First round of the night, or first round of this battle is Dedenne. Dedenne. Alright, with that, let's see if we can tank out this next move. It is Discharge. Definitely hurts quite a bit, not gonna lie. But we were able to tank that fairly well. With that, they did catch us off guard a little bit with that Water Gun Brion there. But fortunately, we were able to, or we have now switched out for the Magneton. They have fired off an Aqua Jet just because Magneton is not known to be the sturdiest thing in the world. I went ahead and just shielded that one, and I'm now firing off a Discharge their way. With that, we have cleared out their first shield. Alright, with that, fortunately, Spark does outcharge. We either outcharge their Brion or they're saving up for something big, into which case, well, that's not particularly something I want to deal with. Speaking of, I'll go ahead and use up my second shield here. Ooh, the second move is Disarming Voice. Our steel typing probably could have saved us there, but you know, Magneton the 3 heads on Magneton be frail. With that, with the sliver of health, we'll go ahead and discharge that Brion right out of existence. Get him out of here. Thank you very much. With that, Dedenne has returned to the field. We will go ahead and bring out Torkoal to chuck this overheat their way. Get them out of here. And with that, the final mon is Dragouge, into which case we should be able to hopefully, knock on wood, survive this next charge move and clear him out with Avalanche. Fingers crossed. Fingers open. It's Aqua Tail. Yeah, we're perfectly fine here. Let's go ahead and fire off the Avalanche and secure victory number 5 in this set. Yes. GG's. GG's all around. Sorry, definitely don't want to be counting my chickens too quickly, because let's be real, that would be... I've been on the receiving end of that, and that is not a fun time. No siree. Alright, but with that, we were able to start the night real strong with a 5 wins out of 5. Let's go ahead and claim these 400 Stardust. This Charge TM. Always nice. We got ourselves an encounter with a Mienfoo. Went ahead and pineapped anyway. I pretty much think I have enough to evolve another one if I wanted to, but how often do you see a Mienfoo, you know? Alright, got ourselves brand new Mienfoo. We have 200 candies on our belt, and actually a pretty solid Mienfoo. I might hang on to it. I don't know if I'm actually going to evolve and use one, but you know, it's good looking IVs. I don't see why not. Anyway, let's go ahead and claim these 3 rare candies as well as this 800 Stardust. And with that, we have definitely made it to rank 7. Hey, and we got ourselves 1600 Stardust. Hey. Alright, so far so good. We got ourselves, we started out the night real strong with that 5-0. Feeling good about tonight. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely gotta remember about that team later. That team has served very well. With that though, let's go ahead and mix things up a little bit. With we'll go ahead and raise the CP cap and jump into the open waters of Ultra League. Yeah, we're not quite in. We are not quite in. We're not quite in the deep end, like the infinite deep end. But you know, 2,500 still pretty deep. I think it's safe to say 2,500, pretty deep. And while last time we were able to experiment with a plethora of Alolan Pokemon, this time around I don't really quite have that same luxury. But right before the stream, we were able to power up a Tapu Fini for Ultra League, so we'll go ahead and use tonight as a way to test how well Tapu Fini fares in Ultra League. From what I can tell from PvPoke, it does appear to be fairly meta relevant. It's got high standings in the meta. Yeah, well, but ultimately it's just a matter of seeing how well we're able to perform with Tapu Fini tonight. So without further hesitation, let's go ahead and jump into the basic rewards once again. This time we'll be jumping into Ultra League, and tonight we will not be starting with Tapu Fini up front and center. We'll be starting off with the ever tried and true Charizard, rocking Fire Spin, Dragon Claw, and Blast Burn up front and center. We have the ever reliable Poison and Grass type Venusaur in the middle, rocking Vine Whip, I'm pretty sure, Frenzy Plant, and Sludge Bomb. And finally, we'll be closing out with our brand new Tapu Fini, who is rocking Water Gun as its fast move, because the only other move is Hidden Power, and Hidden Power is not quite... well, it's hidden for a reason, I guess. But nonetheless, I believe, if I remember correctly, the charge moves are going to be Surf and Moonblast. So we shall see. We shall see how this combo works out for us as we move into our first match, which is just starting, like right now. Alright, with that first matchup in Ultra League is going to be against somebody, anybody. Maybe. Our first match, unfortunately, is going to be against Lag, and we, as usual, have lost. But it's okay. We have a chance to try again. Hopefully this time we won't be battling the dreaded Lag. We shall see. Alright, this time around, the actual first match will be against John Von Mon. Alright, John Von Mon starting out with a Rose Raid. We got a good start there. And with that, they decide to switch out for the Melmetal. Alright. One thing we definitely gotta look out for is Rock Slide. Rock Slide is definitely gonna hurt quite a bit. Not gonna lie. In fact, we'll go ahead and use up our shield here today. Because, yeah, Rock Slide is definitely not something that Charizard wants to try and tank out as much as it possibly can. In fact, we'll go ahead and use up our second shield here, just because, again, Rock Slide is definitely not something that we want to deal with. With that, we'll go ahead and switch out for Tapu Fini. Unfortunately, we are taking super effective damage from their Thunderbolt. However, Rock Slide shouldn't hurt too bad, and if it's superpower, I think we'll be okay. It is Thunderbolt though. Oof, that does get us deep into the yellow. Not particularly strong start, but it does show that at the very least we are tanky enough to handle a Thunderbolt, so take that. With that though, the Rose Raid has returned with a vengeance. And with that, we'll go ahead and bring back the Charizard. We're going to need to tank out this next move. Assuming no matter what it throws, we should be able to survive. Yeah, we're able to survive just fine. Just fine is a subjective here, but you know. Alright, with that, we'll go ahead and fire a blast burn their way. We are able to clear out their last shield. We are subbing in for Venusaur. However, I'm pretty sure if it is Weather Ball, it's going to hurt quite a bit. Yeah, that does get us into deep yellow territory. And unfortunately, the final mon for them is a Walrein, who is going to absolutely decimate my Venusaur. And I might be able to clear it out with Blast Burn if I'm able to get to Blast Burn before they get to Icicle Sphere. But unfortunately, Icicle Sphere is just so spammy. So unfortunately, this is going to be the end of my team. RIP, y'all. But nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Oh, sorry, I'll move my Hydro Flask before I keep bumping into it. Don't want to start making like tang noises, you know? Like that. But alright, so unfortunately not off to a great start with this team. As said previously, we have had deficit beginnings, O's and ones, many a time previous, and we were able to bounce back. So, you know, we'll see if tonight will be one of those nights, as we as we are now going to jump into match number 2, which is going to be against Lariska 2000. Alright, Lariska, what do you got? First round is up against a Lucario. So we're actually fairly solid standing right now. Judging by how quick that is, I'm going to assume it's going to be a power punch, into which case we should be able to handle that perfectly fine. Yep. Alright, with that, fortunately our flying typing is working wonders right now. With that, we'll go ahead and fire for Dragon Claw. They don't take out the shield, but we do manage to get some decent damage on Lucario, and just enough to clear them before they get to their next move. Alright, with that though, they switch out for a Swampert, into which case I switch for Venusaur, which was admittedly a mistake because now we're fighting off against Scizor. With that, we'll go ahead and fire off as many Frenzy Plants as we can. We're not going to do too much effective damage against them, but, you know, that's the name of the game. Yeah, with that, they're going to fire off a Night Slash, doing some pretty nasty neutral damage. The fortunate thing is that right now they're packing mostly neutral damaging moves, so we should be able to rough it out fairly well against this Scizor. Yeah, the only downside to this is... Actually not sure where I was going with the downside part of it, but in the event, that marks the end of my Venusaur. We'll go ahead and respond with the Charizard. I will go ahead and use up my first shield here because I'm pretty sure I want to keep my Charizard alive as long as I possibly can, you know? Alright, with that, they are coming back hot with the Swampert. I guess the phrasing doesn't really make too much sense because, well, it's water type, but anyway. Sorry, it's late in the night, what can I say? Anyway, with that, we'll go ahead and face off against this Swampert. It could know Sludge Wave, which could be... okay, it knows Earthquake. Earthquake does hurt quite a bit, but fortunately we are able to tank that out fairly well. Unfortunately, we're going to be saying goodbye to our Tapu Fini here, I think. Or no, we're not. We're able to clear out the Swampert. We've got Scizor, who's just about to hit us with the Bullet Punch, but fortunately we got to surf in time to at least clear out their shield. And with that, it's just a matter of, yep. Fire Spin is able to clear out the Scizor, and we're able to get ourselves our first victory of the night. And the GG's all around. Oh, apologies for missing your message earlier. Hello and welcome to the stream, Cutely Chloe. Everything I could hope for. Thank you very much. Please be Pokemon friends. Shoots, yeah, I'm down. Destruction ZA, you seem like a bot. I do not wish to buy followers at this time, but thank you very much for asking. But in the off chance you happen to not be a bot, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Oh, but yeah, if you are up for, I guess Cutely Chloe, if you are still in the stream, if you want to leave your friend code in the chat. If not, I do have my friend code right over here if you want to add. For you or anyone else who wants to be friends in Pokemon Go, right here. Right here is the spot. Right here is the friend code. You can always enter it. I'll try and I can't guarantee that I'm going to see your friend request during stream, but you know, yeah, it code still works. I promise. Pretty sure. Let me check that actually before we move on. Yeah. 24405. Yep. So yeah, if you want to be friends, Pokemon Go, friend code is now right underneath me. So yeah, Cutely Chloe, assuming you're either in the stream and also not a bot as well. Friend code is available, and to anyone else who hops into the stream as well or sees the VODs, friend code works, I promise. If my friend list at any point gets full, I don't know how that happened, but if it does, yeah, then I'll take this down. But for now it's up. So, hey. Anywho, shameless plug for my friendship code side. We'll go ahead and jump right back into Ultra League. Right now we are 1 win, 1 loss. So we're at a good 50-50, but let's see if we can tip the scales to our favor as we move into our next match, which is going to be starting right now. Alright, match number 3 is going to be against Oryx 7D. Alright, Oryx, what do you got? Alright, first matchup is going to be against a Crescelia. Alright, Crescelia is packing quite a punch with the Confusion. With that, we'll go ahead and chuck a Dragon Claw their way. Guessing they're going to see right through that. Yep, and then we'll just go ahead and let Crescelia tank that one out. Fair enough. With that, I think I'm going to go ahead and block it just in case it is some kind of psychic move. It is Moonblast. Most likely would have been able to survive that. I can't see myself not surviving that, but yeah, better to play it safe. Charizard tends to be a little bit more on the frailer side, so you know, rather not take that chance if at all possible. With that though, we are able to hit them hard with the Blast Burn, and now we'll see if we can finish them off with the Dragon Claw. Yes. So we got the Crescelia up and out here. With that, they're coming in hot with the altered form of Giratina, into which case we can bring in Tapu Fini. If they are only rocking Dragon Claw, we should be able to handle that absolutely no problem. Shadow Sneak might be a different story. But it doesn't matter anyway because they have switched out for the Sirfetch'd. Fortunately, Tapu Fini does handle both of those typings. However, I'm not 100% sure what moves Sirfetch'd knows. With that, considering how quick that was, I'm assuming we should be able to tank that out no problem. It's Night Slash. We are perfectly fine. Only thing that might be a little bit concerning is if they manage to get themselves the major attack boost. That's definitely not something I would want to deal with. With that, oof. Alright, admittedly, that's on me. I did not expect, one does not simply expect the Leaf Blade. Although I probably should have expected it, considering of all the Mons to have a Leaf Blade, this is the most fitting. If we had to be 100% real with ourselves. With that, I am actually going to go ahead and shield this one. Just because... with that, they are going to bring back the Giratina. We'll go ahead and see how much damage Frenzy Plant is not going to do because they decided to block that one out. With that though, we do have 2 Frenzy Plants already charged up, so let's go ahead and fire off another one. Get that going. Okay, we're not able to do much of anything really, unfortunately. And with that, let's see if Venusaur is able to tank out this Dragon Claw. We are actually. Alright, with that, we'll go ahead and bring back the Charizard. Get off a Dragon Claw. It's not going to do too much, but it should at the very least get it, deep into the yellow. And with that... unfortunately, that did mean that Giratina did have enough time to charge for one final Dragon Claw, which is going to be the end of my team for this round. So RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. Super Chongo, hello and welcome to the stream. What's up, bro? It's been a long time. I don't know if I I do feel really bad. Your name sounds awfully familiar. I swear, I believe. I'm sorry. I know. I appreciate you swinging by. And forgive me, I'm genuinely terrible with names. Let alone usernames. So I don't know if that makes it any better or worse. But... yeah, welcome. Right now we are testing out Tapu Fini in Pokemon Go. We're testing it out on Ultra League. Right now we are we've gone in 3 battles. We got 1 win under our belt, but we do have 2 losses, unfortunately. But you know, we still have 2 matches left in us. You can see if we can turn the tide around with this team. And with that said, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into set number 4. Excuse me. Yep, we're gonna be jumping into set number 4, or battle number 4, which will be against the Zocking one. Alright, Zocking, what do you got? First matchup is gonna be against a Walrein. Interesting. With that, I think we should be able to tank out at least 1 Icicle Sphere from them. I don't see why not. If they are charging up for Earthquake, we should be able to handle that perfectly fine as well. With that though, we are able to get some good damage in with the Blast Bird. Forgive me, the night's starting to get late. Nonetheless, they are beginning their Icicle Sphere pelting towards our general direction. Actually, I'm going to see if I can tank out one. I don't know, I think I can. Okay, it does get us deep into the red, but we are able to. We are still alive. I mean, alive is subjective here, but we are still alive. With that, I will go ahead and keep my Charizard alive for a little bit longer. And with that, we are able to clear out the Walrein. And now we are currently face to face with a Gengar. And with that, though, I am going to go ahead and switch out for the Tapu Fini. Might not have been the best option considering Gengar possibly knows Sludge Bomb, but, you know. Well, the good news is that we survived. The bad news is it kind of seems like they might have been lagging out a little bit on their end, so I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I probably could capitalize on that anyway, but I mean, what would be the fun in that, you know? In any event, we're now both shieldless, but Gengar, I'm assuming, is going to be chucking another Sludge Bomb our way, which is going to hurt quite a bit. Assuming it ever lands. Give it a moment. No, hang on. It's a very large Sludge Bomb. You know, you gotta let it build. There it goes. Oh. I think they might be running into a little bit of technical difficulties on their end. Either that or Venusaur handles Sludge Bomb like a tank. I mean, listen, I won't deny that as a possibility. I'm not gonna pretend like that's not that's not a thing, but you know. With that, final mon to deal with is Obstagoon. We do have another Frenzy Plant at the ready. Go ahead and fire that off. Get them deep into the yellow. With that, let's go ahead and bring back Charizard, but well, I think all that did was give them a little bit extra energy to push them into whatever charge move they've been charging up for the past like hour and a half. With that, they do hit us hard with the Gunk Shot. We have been trash canned, and unfortunately, that does mark loss number 3 of this set. RIPs there, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so all in all, this team definitely had its faults. Definitely gotta be aware of what Tapu Fini is weak to, but maybe we might get one final hang of it as we go against, I believe that was James Mimimis, something like that. Anyway, first roundup is against a Sylveon, so with that, we'll just go ahead and chuck the Blast Burn their way. A lot of times they seem to be expecting the bait, so this time around, yep, we're able to hit them with a direct hit right from the get-go. So I will take that. With that, we'll go ahead and, I believe this next move might be Psyshock. Yep, does get us deep into the red, but we are able to survive that and move on to whatever the next mon happens to be, which is going to be an Umbreon. Ooh, we got an evolution squad going. I dig it. Alright, with that. Wow, that timing though. Okay. You know what? I don't know if I'm even mad. That was top notch. That was a top-notch trade right there. So apparently I have not learned my lesson on chucking Tapu Fini in the right place at the right time. So RIP's there. But I can go ahead and bring in the Venusaur, our Venusaur, to battle their Venusaur. Into which case, they'll chuck Sludge Bomb. Does get us right on the precipice of yellow, but we're still hanging in pretty strong in the green. In which case, now is our time to respond to them with our Sludge Bomb. In which case, we are able to get rid of their first shield. With that, we'll go ahead and respect the power of the Sludge Bomb, or the power of the Frenzy Plant, and we'll go ahead and shield that. With that, I'll go ahead and respond in kind with my own Frenzy Plant. See if they buy the bait. Nope, they are fully They are fully well aware of that power. Fortunately, we were able to switch Charizard just in the nick of time to tank out that Frenzy Plant. With that though, we are now face to face with their Umbreon with a half-powered Venusaur. So things are not looking particularly good for us. Not gonna lie. With that though, we might as well go ahead and fire up one final shield. You know, just kind of delay the inevitable as much as we possibly can. Okay, maybe not this much. Maybe not this much, but... Well, we took... The good news is... Well, the bad news is it went pretty much straight through our shield. The good news is it didn't. I think with that... I mean, technically it didn't count our shield, but at the same time, it didn't really count their charge move, so I think it's only fair. Plus, there wasn't really much left in our Venusaur anyway to really seal the deal. So, nonetheless, GG's all around. So, an unfortunate showcase for Tapu Fini, at least for my first experience. But we do still have one other team primed and ready to go to test out later on. So... hopefully, fingers crossed, that goes a lot better. But for now, we'll go ahead and claim these 430 Stardust. And at the very least, we were still able to make it to rank 8. So I'll take that. I'll take that. Alright, so with that, I can update my numbers. So definitely not a great follow-up to our amazing start of 5-0. Yeah, second set around. Our first set with Tapu Fini unfortunately led to a 1 win out of 5, but it could just be this last-minute team I threw together. Maybe it didn't have synergy with Charizard and Venusaur. So, we do have one final team later on to end the night with, but first and foremost, I do have one final team to show off in Catch Cup that we did get to test a little bit prior to this. Actually, before I start that, one thing that I did notice is that the game started to get a little bit on the laggy side, so forgive me for cutting out the background music for one moment. I'm going to restart the game so that way, you know, I think restarting it after 2 or 3 matches, I think it helps with the lag issues, but I mean, not all of it. I mean, some of it persists no matter what, but, you know, fingers crossed, knock on wood, the reset should at least be able to mitigate some of the lag issues that we may have been experiencing earlier. But I mean, really, only time will tell. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into our third set of the night. This time around, we'll be starting out with a Hitmonchan rocking Close Combat and counter up at the front. We have our own Dragouge rocking, I believe, Dragon Tail and no, maybe I think Dragon Tail and Aqua Tail, I think it was. Well, I guess we'll find out together. But we are in fact closing on with the Tropius, who's rocking Air Slash as its fast move, and Aerial Ace and Leaf Blade as its charge moves. So we shall see how this goes as we look for our first match of this set. Speak of the devil. Alright, first matchup is going to be against Reiji 70. Alright, Reiji, let's see what you got. First matchup is up against a Fracture. Much respect to the Fracture. Much respect to the Fracture. With that, it seems our counter and your counter and my close combat and my counter and your Dragon Tail are dealing equal damage here. They do bring out the Torkoal. I am able to get to half health with the close combat. But with that, we'll go ahead and clear out the rest of your Torkoal with Dragouge. With that, I am actually going to go ahead and shield just in case. Okay, it is overheat, so I was playing the Zelda game. Oh, I think I remember. I think if I remember correctly, we were going through. Well, it had to be Skyward Sword HD. I think, if I remember correctly, when we were chatting it up, I was venturing into the. It was very early on. I think we just left the sky city into the surface world, if I remember correctly. And I think you're the one that I was talking to while I was taking the long way around to the bottom of the pit. I think. And then you're just like, my guy, just use your sail and head on down. And I'm just like, oh yeah, haha. That'll be useful, huh? Oh, the spider! No, I'm sorry. That's right. We were in the first temple, and I was having difficulties trying to get the spider to spin. That was wild. Those are wild times. I remember that. You either came in just in time to see me struggle, or you were there in the beginning of the struggles. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the struggles. I don't know what else to say. But nonetheless, at the very least, we were struggling a little bit in this match. The struggles have ended in victory. I guess it did for the spider as well. The struggles have ended in victory. GG's all around. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so far we are able to start out this set strong with 1 win out of 1. Let's see if we can continue with 2 wins out of 2 as we go against Yi Chin numbers. I think it was 424, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But nonetheless, our first matchup is going to be against an Alolan Muck. Fortunately, the Alolan Muck itself is starting out with Snarl. I believe with the speed that it came at, I think it's going to be Acid Spray. Yep. That dang Acid Spray. Alright, with that though, we do have close combat charged and ready. Let's see if they're expecting it. And they're not. And we can go ahead and punch the Alolan Muck right off the field. With that though, they do come in hot with the Wheezing. Just kidding, they're coming in even hotter with the Torkoal as a response to my Tropius. So definitely not in a winning place here, that is for sure. But with that, I am at least going to use 1 shield to keep my Tropius alive. With that, they do fire off Earthquake, so I really didn't need to shield there, admittedly. With that though, we'll go ahead and fire off another Aerial Ace their way, either do some decent damage to Torkoal or take out their shield. I've taken out their shield. And with that, we'll go ahead and let's see if I can bait their final shield with this Leaf Blade. Maybe. Yes we are. Alright, with that, we'll go ahead and bring out Dragouge, into which case they'll bring back Galarian Weezing. With that, Dragon Tail isn't going to do too much to them, but fortunately we do have Aqua Tail to get that neutral spam going. With that though, they are definitely trying to tackle their way to success. That is for sure. I'm going to see if I can try and tank this out. I don't know if I can. Is Sludge. Fortunately, our poison typing is held us up really well there. With that... Okay, I thought they lagged out for a moment, but I guess they're trying to let me have the win there, I'm guessing. But nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so on the plus side, we are once again holding up strong during Catch Cup. We got 2 wins out of 2. Let's see if we can go 3 on 3 as we go against Storm Solo. Alright, Storm Solo, what do you got? First roundup is against a Bronzong. That's not particularly ideal for any of the mons that I have, now that I look at it, but we'll stick it out. We'll stick it out with Hitmonchan. Let's see if we can get some surprise going with close combat, and we do. Alright, Hitmonchan, you've done your job. GG's, friend. Get some rest. that seems a little bit more morbid than it really needed to be, but nonetheless. Yeah, RIP, buddy. You have served well. With that, Tropius is able to clear out the Bronzong with Air Slash. Forgive me, I'm blanking out today. With that, we are now face to face with a Wormadam rocking. I'm assuming this is Bug Bite. Alright, with that is the battle of neutral damage today. With that, we are able to get rid of their first shield. With that, I'll go ahead and respond in kind with my own shield. With that, they're going to be firing off Iron Head. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and switch out for my Dragouge, who will now be dealing with Exadrill. Not particularly great for me, but we might be able to make this work. Especially if we are indeed able to land ourselves a Aqua Tail. With that, we'll go ahead and save our final shield for Tropius, and unfortunately say goodbye to our Dragouge here. RIP, buddy, you have served well. And with that, once again, Tropius is able to clear out the Mon with its Air Slash. So, while not very effective, it's just effective enough to deal the finishing blow. With that, ooh, we are cutting it close. We are cutting it real close. But fingers crossed this aerial ace is enough. And it is. Tropius coming in clutch in the end. GG's. GG's all around. Definitely cutting it a little close for comfort for that match, but on the plus side, no matter what happens from here on out, we're ending this set in a positive. We got 3 out of 3. We're holding up good. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4 though, as we go into our next match with Kivonk 1010. Yeah, I dig that last combo number there. Much respect. Alright, with that, first matchup is going to be against a Vigoroth, the battle of the counterers. The good news for us is that, well, the good news originally for us is that we had super effective advantage against Vigoroth while they only had neutral damage. They switched out for Ponyta, we switched out for Dragouge, and we're able to handle Ponyta's flames no problem. Excuse me. Alright, with that, they coming in hot with their own Dragouge. In which case, it may not do much damage, but we can go ahead and fire off our saved up Aqua Tails their way. Go ahead and fire one more their way, either do some nifty, not very effective damage, or clear out the shield. Okay, and the answer is we got the not very effective damage, but we did manage to get what do you call it? We did manage to equal out the Dragouge and cancel each other out, so I'll take that. With that, the final mon on their team is the Vigoroth, and we are actually able to counter it out of existence. GG's. GG's all around. Alright, gave Tropius a break this time around. I dig that. Alright, with all of that though, we have come to our final match. We are 4 wins out of 4. Let's see if we can sweep the set. Let's get that 5-0 going as we go in our final match against Shigeraimu. Alright, Shigeraimu, what do you got? First round is against a Beartic. Definitely something different. I'll give you that. With that, ooh, you are rocking Charm though, and that is packing quite a punch. Oof, and just enough of a punch to actually clear out my Hitmonchan first. So RIPs there. With that though, we are able to clear out the Beartic with the Tropius, but now we are face to face with a Mr. Mime. With that, the Mr. Mime is rocking Confusion, so it's probably best to keep the Dragouge in the back for now. Don't want it to eat up that Confusion just yet. With that, we'll go ahead and shield. That is Ice Punch, that 4-time super effectiveness. Definitely not something Tropius wants to deal with. That is for sure. With that, we'll go ahead and fire another Leaf Blade their way. We are able to take out their second shield at the very least. With that though, they are going to be taking out our second shield as well. So, RIPs to the shields. With that, we do have... Yep, we are able to get to one more Ice Blade. Ice Blade sounds like a really cool move, but we have an equally cool move in the form of Leaf Blade to fire at them, and we're able to clear out the Mr. Mime. Thank goodness. With that, though, the final mon to deal with is their Tropius. I have switched out for Dragouge, but they have decided to straight up nope on out of here. And with that, we're able to secure victory number 5 of this set. GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so with that, Catch Cup has treated us really, really well tonight. And we've gotten ourselves our second 5 out of 5 of these sets and of Season 11 of Go Battle League. So I will take that. I'll go ahead and take this 430 Stardust, this Fast TM. It's always nice. We got ourselves a Skarmory. If I can catch it. Ah. Alright, there we go. And we managed to secure ourselves Skarmory as well as our 4th day streak. Oh, look at that. Pretty even stats across the board, but ultimately I'm just going to transfer you out. Sorry, Skarmory. With that, we'll go ahead and claim out these 3 rare candies as well, and this 860 Stardust. And with that, we've moved on to rank 9. Hey, almost to the double digits. Let's go. Alright, with that, go ahead and log in another 5-0. Pretty happy about that. And yeah, with that, so far, so far it's been a roller coaster overnight. Not gonna lie. We started off with a very strong 5-0 as our first sets of battles. In Catch Cup, we attempted to run Tapu Fini as kind of a closer Mon along with Charizard and Venusaur in Ultra League, and unfortunately that did not quite pan out all too well in our favor. Then we decided to switch back into Catch Cup. We got ourselves, we managed to sweep ourselves another set, 5 wins out of 5. But now it is time to do one final set for the night. One final chance at Ultra League. This time around, we're going to go ahead and see how well Tapu Fini runs up front and center. If it'll let me. Hang on a moment. Okay, I'm getting errors entering into... It's denying me my redemption arc. Hang on. There's only one way to get this redemption arc going. And that is to reload the game. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to turn it off and turn it back on again. Alright. MONS spalling all over the place. Anyway. Okay. It looks like we're able to jump into the battles again. So, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into Ultra League. This time around, we'll be having Tapu Fini run up front and center. We're going to be starting out with Tapu Fini. We've got the ever tried and true altered form of Giratina hanging out in the middle. It is solo charge move in it. With Shadow Claws, it's the fast move, and Dragon Claw as its charge move. So we'll see if that helps or hinders us. But finally, we'll be closing out with Machamp rocking Cross Chop and Rock Slide. With that, let's see how this team does. Maybe we'll get a chance to see how this team does. The hope is there. The hope is alive. It's just... Oh, never mind. The hope is gone. Alright. First match of this set. Take 2. Let's do this. Nope. Alright, first matchup is against, I think, Super. I think all I saw was Super. I'm sorry. That went by real quick. Anyway, first match is against... First Mon to deal with is a Crescelia. With that... It could no Grass Knot. Let's see if I can tank a Grass Knot. Does get us into the yellow, but we are able to survive it, so... Got that going for us. With that, we'll go ahead and fire a Surf their way. Doesn't really do much to them, but... You know... We gave it our all. With that, we'll go ahead and switch into the Giratina. I'm assuming they're going to be firing another Grass Knot our way, so we should be able to tank that out perfectly fine. Yeah, we are. With that, though, they are going to be switching in for the Walrein. Ooh, Icicle Sphere is going to hurt quite a bit. We should be able to tank out at least one. Fingers crossed, I hope. Yep. Does get us deep into the yellow, but we are able to survive it, so that's good. With that, we'll go ahead and fire a Dragon Claw their way. Let's see how much damage we can get at that. Not really much of anything, unfortunately. but you know, we can at the very least try and whittle away at it as much as we possibly can. With that, I'll go ahead and shield out this next attack. It is once again Icicle Sphere. It does look like we have inched ourselves into the red, so not particularly ideal, but it is what it is. Excuse me. Alright, with that though, we have brought in the Machamp. I will go ahead and shield out this final attack just because I want to try and keep my Machamp alive as long as I possibly can. And with that, we're able to clear out the Walrein at the very least. With that though, they are going to come back in swinging with the Crescelia. And let's go ahead and rock with the Trident True, throw more rocks at it. And with that, let's see what other moves it has under its sleeve. It is Grass Knot once again, so fortunately we're able to handle that, the neutral damage, no problem. And once again, let's throw more rocks at it. And with that, we'll go ahead and switch out for the Giratina. This time around, this if it's Grass Knot again, it might. Okay, it brought us deep into the red, but we are still kicking. With that, we'll go ahead and fire a Dragon Claw their way. Just get the Crescelia out of here. Get him out of here. And with that, the final one to deal with is a Swampert. It's Swampert. This should be interesting. With that, if it's Hydro Cannon, I think we'll be okay. If it's Earthquake, that might be a different story. It is Hydro Cannon, we are A-OK. Okay, A-OK is subjective, but we're kicking. We're still alive and kicking. Alright, with that though, let's go ahead and switch out for Machamp. I'm going to need to tank out this next move. I don't think I can because it's Hydro Cannon, and Hydro Cannon hurts his neutral damage. With that though, unfortunately, I think it is going to get to another Hydro Cannon before I can get to Surf. Yep, so unfortunately, this does mark the end of my team here. RIPs, but nonetheless, GG's. GG's all around. Alright, so I believe that's the first match of this round. Not off to a great start, but you know, the night is young, the set is young. Let's see if we can pick things back up as we go against Punding 1401. And hello and welcome to the stream, Seji98. Welcome. Oh, and Camera Shadow, welcome to the stream as well. My current rank is... I am currently sitting at a whopping rank 9. Yeah, I've been at a very slow and steady pace through my time going up, going through... Sorry, it's starting to get late here, so my brain is like shutting down. You can hear the windows like shut down noise. Anyway. I want to gift you a key for Pokemon Go. Interesting. Oh yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to the days when I arrive at the rank 20s. The ratings are going to absolutely murder me. So right now I'm just kind of trying to, you know, enjoy my low pressure mode while I can, when I can. Alright, well, in any event, we did manage to clear out the Venusaur with the Giratina. Articuno has returned. We chucked a Dragon Tail, blah blah blah. We chucked a Dragon Claw. We have not. Wow, my brain. So I don't like to have it. I mean, gifts are always nice. I'm just not 100% sure what you're referring to when you say a key. You do give me one particular moment though. Uno momento, por favor. Oh, a passcode for free items in the game or something. Like those promotional ones that Niantic gives sometimes. I'm guessing. I probably should save for Rock Slide. Oh well. Go ahead and fire a Cross Chop their way. See how that goes. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. They ran a promotion with Amazon Prime recently. That's right. Wanted to give you because I think you're a nice guy. Oh, thank you. Sure, give me one moment. I'm gonna figure out what I'm doing here first and foremost. Alright, let me go ahead and fire off this Surf real quick, and I think this should be able to clear out the Articuno, and we can secure ourselves victory number 1 of this set. GG's all around. But yeah. Don't stress out. Appreciate it. It's unfortunate that that's my my inner monologue is the literal definition of stress. Okay, if I seem calm on the outside, it's because there's just so much stress in my mind that I cannot comprehend, so everything just goes blank. But yeah. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, if you want, I can try and find a way to message you about the code. Hey, extra items are always nice. I won't deny. But yeah, it's not something that's oh, I'm guessing you need to ping me or something. Hello. Also, hello, anyone who's just joining us. Yeah, right now we're going through some Ultra League sets. Right now we are 1 win, 1 loss. You know how it goes. I realize it labels it under Restream, interestingly enough. I don't know if that works for you, but... Oh. I'll greatly appreciate it, thank you. I shall be sure to enter that in at a later time. But for now... Yeah, thank you, greatly appreciated. Honestly. Okay. Sorry. The night has taking its toll on me. You too as well. If you're heading out, thank you for stopping by. If you're gonna hang out, I mean, thank you for stopping by regardless. Greatly appreciated. But in any event, we'll go ahead and jump into battle number 3 with this team. We shall see how this goes. Right now we are 1-1. Let's see if we can get into the positive. Let's get 2-1 as we go against Nerve 182. Alright, with that, first matchup is going to be against a Walrein. Shiny Flex Walrein for that matter. With that, we're both rocking not very effective damage with our respective Mons. And we'll go ahead and chuck a Surf their way. I'm going to assume they're just going to go ahead and tank that one out. Alright, with that... I will buy into the bait. Okay, it's good thing I bought into that because it was indeed not bait. It was 100% an earthquake. The 100% would have ended in disaster. I will go ahead and use my second shield here. If it is a bait, then that's on me. But yep, it seems they're 100% non-believer in baits. So they're just attempting to go straight for the kill against my Mons here. With that, I'll go ahead and switch out for my Machamp, who is now up against a Trevenant. Not a particularly ideal matchup, but we can always practice the tried and true throw more rocks at it. With that, we are going to need to tank out whatever charge move it has going for it. It is Seed Bomb. Fortunately, we are still alive and kicking. Let's go ahead and fire a Cross Chop their way. Either take out their last shield or do some nifty damage to them. Alright, did some nifty damage to them. I'll take that. And with that, unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to our Machamp here. R.I.P. buddy, you have... Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, now we are. R.I.P. buddy, you have served well. With that, though, let's go ahead and bring in the Giratina. With that... They have been attacking us for a while. They've only been using Seed Bomb, so there's a possibility... Okay, Seed Bomb again, so I guess that's what they're packing on the Trevenant, which I can respect. Seed Bomb's a solid move. Seed Bomb's a solid move. With that, the Walrein has returned. It is now chucking its Icicle Spears my way. The spam is real. With that, we'll go ahead and fire a Dragon Claw their way, get them deep into the red, and we'll go ahead and bring back the Tapu Fini, into which case we will now be dealing with a Talonflame. Alright, so with that said, one thing we definitely gotta look out for is Brave Bird. I'm assuming it's gonna be Brave Bird. Yep, there's Brave Bird. It's going to be clearing out my Tapu Fini. With that, Giratina is going to return to the fray, unfortunately. Yep, unfortunately it did have just enough energy to get Icicle Sphere going, and I don't think Giratina has enough health in it to survive that. Yep, so we came close. We came oh so close, but unfortunately we were not able to seal the deal. RIP's there, but nonetheless, GG's all around. Oh, that's Catch Cup. Yeah, right now, Walrein is an absolute menace. It's an absolute menace no matter how many times I chuck whatever I chuck with this team. So maybe I gotta be more prepped for Walrein in the future. But for now, 1 win, 2 losses, but let's see if we can tie it up against Sakayuki. I think that's 6-12. In any event, first matchup is going to be against a Clefable. I'm definitely not going to want to switch out for any of the other Mons because my other Mons do not handle Charm that well. So, excuse me. With that, we are able to fire off a surf their way, and we are able to get them deep into the yellow. They'll be firing off their charge move. I'll go ahead and shield no matter what it is. I'm guessing Meteor Mash probably would have done some pretty nasty neutral damage, if anything. With that, we'll go ahead and fire off another surf, either clear out the Clefable or clear out a shield. Alright, with that, we are able to clear out shield numero uno. And with that, unfortunately, I say goodbye to our Tapu Fini, and did get a couple of chunks taken out of our Giratina, but we were able to eventually take out the Clefable with our Shadow Claw. Now we are currently face to face with a Charizard. With that, I'm assuming Dragon Claw is definitely going to be taking some pretty nasty chunks out of my Giratina, but for now, we're able to Dragon Claw spam against their Charizard, and hopefully, should be able to take out at least one. Yeah. Okay. Not sure if this energy generation is due to lag or if I just happen to be a little bit faster, but we are able to fire off one final Dragon Claw their way. With that, I am going to go ahead and shield here just to keep my Giratina alive for just a little bit longer. With that, they're going to fire off one final Dragon Claw. And with that, we are able to clear out their Charizard with Shadow Claw. And with that, the final mon to deal with is a Swampert. And with that, we'll go ahead and fire off a Dragon Claw their way and waste no time here and go ahead and bring out the Machamp to bring in that solid fighting neutral damage. And with that, we'll go ahead and fire a Cross Chop their way, get them deep into the red. And with that, they're not going down without a fight. No siree. And with that, they're gonna launch the Earthquake. They're gonna take out my Machamp, but my Giratina is able to Shadow Claw its way to victory. GG's all around. Alright, so on the plus side with that one, we are able to secure ourselves 2 wins out of 4. So on the plus side, we've doubled our win count from the last time we were in Ultra League, so yeah, plus sides there. Yeah, that's at the very least, we have one final match. Let's see if we can end tonight on a positive set as we go into match number 5, which is going to be against Opu003. Alright, Opu, what do you got? Alright, first matchup, as per tradition, is going to be against a Walrein. With that, I am going to go ahead and switch out for the Machamp, who is now going to be face to face with a Venusaur. And with that said, we'll go ahead and run the tried and true, throw more rocks at it, get them nice and into the yellow there. Alright, with that said, let's see if we can bait a shield out now as we fire a Cross Chop their way. Yep, we are able to bait the shield, so we got that going. With that, I will go ahead and use up my own shield as well. Just keep that, keep my Machamp alive as much as I possibly can. Oh, hello, welcome back to the stream, Gamer Axolotl. Welcome. I am tired. But doing well. How are you, Gamer Axolotl? It's been a minute. And with that, we'll go ahead and switch out for the... Oh, and they're switching out for a Lugia. It's a battle of Giratina versus Lugia. This is not how I thought tonight was gonna end, but here we are. Alrighty. Things have just gotten interesting. I am currently sitting comfortably at rank 9. We'll see if I can make it to rank 10 after this. See if we can also tank out the sky attack, and we are perfectly fine. Okay, perfectly fine is subjective here. Again, very subjective here, but you know, we're still kicking, so I can't argue there. And with that, we are able to get the Lugia deep into the red. Currently at rank 8 with an okay good team. That's good, that's good. Yeah, right now I just built up a Tapu Fini, so I'm just kind of testing the waters with it. So far, not too bad, but I don't know. I haven't been having the best of luck with Tapu Fini. At the very least, we were able to take out this Lugia, so you know, take whatever victories I can get. As a side, okay. So I was just about to say, it does kind of appear that they have lagged out for but a moment. But they have returned. The overall win is functional. We'll go ahead and fire a Moonblast their way, get them deep into the red. With that, I'll go ahead and send out the Machamp their way. I'm assuming this is going to tank out an Earthquake. Yep. Tank out is subjective, but alright, so with that, the Tapu Fini was able to clear out the Venusaur with Water Gun, of all things. And with that, we do have enough energy for Surf. We'll fire that, get their final shield out of here. And with that, the only question remains is whether or not we can tank out this Earthquake. 'Cause I don't remember if I can. Is Aggron the max evolution? If not, I use the max evolution of it, Letta, and the EV evolution, the electric. Sorry, first and foremost, we were able to tank out the Earthquake, and we managed to secure victory number 3 of the set. GG's all around. But yes, Aggron, I believe, yeah, 3rd evolution of the Aron line. So yes, the max evolution, Aggron, Meloetta, and Jolteon. That's a solid team. I dig it. It's different. I don't know Meloetta. I think I've seen Meloetta can hold its own pretty well in the meta. Aggron's a nice pick. Definitely potent charge moves. It does take a while to charge, but I mean it's good. I like it. And Jolteon's a nice spicy pick. Can never go wrong with a good electric type, honestly. Yeah, I dig the team. Ooh, got shiny. Nice. Shinies are always fun. Speaking of, I don't recall how many Mons can be shiny and as a Go Battle League reward, but we might have a chance. With that, let's go ahead and claim this 470 Stardust. Charge TM. Always take a charge TM. And with that, we got an encounter with a Skarmory. It ain't shiny, but Skarmory is always a good one. If you ever need a good flying type for Great League, Skarmory's your go-to. Skarmory's a go-to. It's a bit pricey on the second charge move, but I'd say it's a good keeper. This one isn't, but anyway. Ooh, shiny Electro Ball. Nice. Was it like Voltorb? I'm guessing the Pokeball looking one, but it's blue. It's cool. Yeah, head out. I'll see you around. Gamer Axolotl. It's been fun. Thank you for stopping by. Nonetheless, I think this is pretty much going to mark the end of this stream. Nonetheless, so good to see you. Before we end it, let's go ahead and claim these final rank rewards as we make it to rank 10. There it is. And with that, we got ourselves 1689 Stardust, and boy howdy do we have Stardust galore. But I might as well save trying to get those for tomorrow, since tomorrow is 3 times Stardust, because it's going to be Master League and the Fossil Cup. Speaking of the Fossil Cup, I have not prepared anything for that just yet, so I think a lot of those I can recycle some mons in preparation for that. Here's hoping. Alright, but there we go. As far as the sets are concerned, we managed to start out the night strong with 5-0 in our first match in Catch Cup. Unfortunately, we did not have a good initial showing for Tapu Fini in Ultra League with 1 win out of 5. We did come back swinging in Catch Cup one final time with 5-0 there, and finally we were able to close out with a decent and positive win-loss with our second showcasing of Tapu Fini in Ultra League with 3 wins out of 5. So all in all, fairly solid night. Definitely looking forward to trying to capitalize on the Stardust later on, but looking forward to the eventual battles in Fossil Cup. May do 1 or 2 sets in Master League, but admittedly I'm not 100% set. I don't really have much going on for Master League, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, until then, that pretty much does it for this stream. Thank you so much to all of you who tuned into this one. Thank you very much to... Let me pull up. Thank you to Segi98. Thank you very much for the gift and for tuning into this one. Gamer Axolotl, of course. Thank you very much for swinging by. Kamir's Shadow. Thank you for swinging by. Super Chongo. I apologize for getting our initial encounter, but thank you also as well for swinging by. Destruction ZA, I'm pretty sure a bot, but thank you for swinging by. And Qly Chloe, I think you're a person. Anyway, nonetheless, thank you for stopping by. In terms of the rest of the schedule for the rest of the week, this coming Thursday is actually going to be this coming Thursday is going to be the 3rd anniversary for our YouTube channel, and with it, I do have something in mind. Admittedly, I'm not 100% sure if we can pull it off just yet, considering it is within 2 days, but fingers crossed we will be able to get it up and running by then. But for now, we'll be sure to give you announcements for that either late tomorrow or early morning Thursday. This coming Saturday, I know we just started the whole Twitch only thing on Saturday, but unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, because the reason why I'm canceling is because I have a family dinner to go to, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream right after. So that in itself is not unfortunate. Very, very always good to have dinner with the fam. It's always nice. But since I can't really guarantee that I'm gonna be able to stream right after, I'm just gonna postpone that till next week Saturday, and then on Sunday we'll be diving back into Pokemon Legends Arceus. I believe we're on part 3. Just encountered our very first alpha, so we'll see where the game takes us right after that. That's going to be Sunday on YouTube and on Twitch. Whatever happens on Thursday is most likely just going to happen on YouTube since 3rd anniversary and all, but I may reconsider on Thursday. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Otherwise, to stay up to date on that 3rd anniversary news, as well as any other information about our upcoming streams, you can always follow us on both Twitter and Instagram. Instagram also has the added bonus of having extra, or you can also follow us on both Twitch and Instagram for like Pokemon Go highlights, as well as, you know, stream highlights, and you know, to learn when standard videos come out on our YouTube channel as well. And if you ever want to catch up on the Twitch exclusive streams, we'll have the VOD slowly but surely rolling out on our new YouTube channel, Voyage Archives. So if you ever want to catch it up in its full, mostly unedited glory for the Twitch streams, Voyage Archives is the way to go. Otherwise, you can look forward to more heavily edited versions coming to the main Voyaging Trainer YouTube channel sometime in the future, whenever we find the time to actually edit those. But with all of that said, once again, thank you very much to all of you who tuned into this one, and I guess with that, I will see you guys in the next stream. See you.